Today's video is a little bit different from my usual because two reasons. First of all, I usually upload videos on Sundays, and today's not Sunday. Today is Tuesday. I didn't post one on Sunday because it was Easter. The second reason that today's video is different is because I'm not doing a back to the basics video. Instead, I'm going to be showing you a new quality of life improvement within the game within this last update that just went live, I think, Monday. Over here, we're going to see we have this autoplay button, and we're going to tap that, and then we're going to select a path, and we're going to select another path. So what this autoplay button does, it's kind of an enhancement of a previous feature that Kabam introduced in the game a couple years ago, I think. 2, 3, 4 years ago, I don't know how long. It's been in the game for a while. We've had this feature in the game called auto fight, which you see happening right here. I know I'm not on the screen personally, but I'm not touching anything on the game right now. The only thing I'm touching is, at first I had to select the path to start off, and I had to select the autoplay button. But beyond that, I'm not touching anything on the screen. The game is just playing itself, which is awesome. Like I said, a couple of years ago they introduced this auto fight mechanic where you'd have to, select each one of the individual little nodes. You have to tap each one to go in there. You'd have to click fight, you'd have to click continue after the fight, and all this stuff. You'd have to do all of that. The only thing it would do for you was the actual fight itself. Now you don't have to do any of that. It just does it for you. You tap the autoplay button and it just plays the game for you. It's going to go through the path. Once you select a path, it's going to go through the rest of it all by itself. It's going to do the fight, it's going to start the fight, all of that stuff. I'm not even tapping after the fight for the screen to go away. It's just doing all of it automatically. So like here we're going to see it's going to show up. It's got this fight starts in 3, 2, 1, tap anywhere to stop. No, I'm not going to tap anywhere to stop. I'm going to let it do its thing because it's on complete autopilot. Now, the only thing I have to do now with this new feature, the only thing I have to do is, like I said at the start of the quest, I have to manually select which path I want it to start on, right? But beyond that, it does everything except just now it just had a conversation dialogue thing pop up. It won't skip that automatically. I have to manually still push that button, the skip button, to get through the dialogue, right? So that's about the only thing it won't do. Everything else, again, is completely hands-free. I'm not touching this thing whatsoever. It's just doing everything automatically, which is amazing. It's amazing. We love it. When they first introduced the auto fight mechanic back in the day, it was nice. It was really nice, but it kind of felt like cheating a little bit. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna push auto fight, and it's just gonna fight this stuff for me. Now, you're not gonna want to do this in some of the harder content. If you're taking in all your best champions and you think, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get through this playing at my absolute best with my best champions, you're not gonna want to use this mechanic because it's not gonna be able to complete those hard fights for you. But something like this is just me exploring the monthly event quest on the easiest difficulty because it's the only one I haven't explored. So I'm just using this as an example, and I've got some of my top champions in here just because I was too lazy to change them out. But that right there, I just completed a whole quest with Domino here dropping Odin. I just completed a whole quest without touching anything other than the skip button. It did everything for me, and that's amazing. So it's nice. It's nice. When they first introduced the auto fight thing back in the day, it was cool. It was nice, but it was still kind of tedious because you still had to sit there and babysit it and tap each individual. You had to hit fight. You had to tap out to get out of the fight when it was completed. You had to type or tap each one of the individual nodes. You had to still babysit it pretty thoroughly. This, you can set this down, start a fight or start a quest, and go off and make dinner while this thing finishes the quest for you. That's amazing. That's really, really cool. So big props to Kabam. That's a great one. Where I'm really enjoying this. This is gonna be so much easier and nicer when it comes to trying to complete other content. Now, there is one other little thing that I didn't know at first And I wish I had known this, but I didn't know this until after I recorded part of this video. And big shout out to Brian Grant for pointing this out in one of his videos. I didn't know this until I saw Brian Grant's videos about this update, but you can actually go into your settings up here in the game. You can scroll down and see this option that says skip dialogue for completed quests. This is amazing. We're going to tap that. So what this is going to do is, you saw in the video just now in the quests where I was having to hit the skip button whenever a dialogue would pop up, right? So for the monthly event quest, even if you complete just one difficulty a month in the event quest, you're going to be hitting that skip dialogue button multiple times. It's really going to kind of interrupt your flow and your rhythm. So this will allow you to not have to do that at all. It just won't even pop up. It won't prompt the dialogue at all, except for the first time. It'll only do it the first time you go through the quest. So that's going to be amazing for the monthly event quest. However, it's going to be important, in my opinion, to turn it back off when you're doing some of the main story content. Like for me right now, I'm working through Act 6. I haven't even completed Act 6 yet, but I've been kind of trying to steamroll through as much of it as possible, trying to get to Thronebreaker. So I've just been skipping all the dialogue in map 6, and that's my first time playing through it. So I know in the future when I go back to explore map 6, I'm going to want to turn this off, because eventually I'm going to want to read all the dialogue in map 6. I don't want it to automatically just skip it for me. So just something to keep in mind there if you're going to turn this on. So that's a great feature. I love it. It's going to be amazing for the monthly event quests. I love it. It's great because I've been annoyed by the dialogue for years now. I'm like, I wish they would just turn off the dialogue after you play through it the first time, especially with the monthly event quest, because some of us run every difficulty and fully explore every difficulty every month. That's a lot of skip buttons we're having to push every single month, and we don't have to do that anymore, and it's great. So awesome update, good stuff here happening. So make sure if you're playing through the game, especially if you're going through some content that's, a little bit easier than you're used to, you don't gotta sit there and you don't gotta play through it all by yourself. You can just select a path and hit autoplay, and it's going to do it all for you, and you don't got to worry about it because your champs are going to handle it, right? So that's going to be awesome. I'm very excited for this update. I'm very excited for this little quality of life. It's going to be great. So that's really all I'm covering for today. Just a quick, even my quickies are like 8 minutes long. So anyways, that's all we're covering for today. Again, just kind of a random out of the blue video, just not my usual topic, not my usual submission day. So that's going to do it for now. Thanks for watching, and as always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.